This is Kilo 1, November, Bravo Tango. I'm tonight's net control operator for the York County Emergency Communication Team Training Net. I'm located in Acton, Maine. My name is Neil. Welcome to the net tonight. This is a directed net. This is a training net for the York County Emergency Communication Team. We welcome all amateur radio operators to participate, but please keep in mind that this is a training net for the York County Emergency Communication Team. This team is affiliated with and directed by the York County Emergency. Our one purpose is to train our team members for emergency communication. This is a directed net. However, this net may be broken at any time for emergency traffic. If there is any emergency traffic, please come now. Nothing heard. In a moment, I will call for check-ins. Because our goal is to have team representatives in each town in York County, I will be calling for check-ins by town. When you check in, please give your call sign slowly, using the military alphabet, your name, and the town you represent, and the location if you are operating mobile or portable. Break. Tonight we'll start at the bottom of the alphabet, and so we will start with York. Any stations in York, please come now. Very well, we will go to Wells. Any stations in Wells, please check in now.
This is Alpha 1 Lima Oscar, David Wells. This is Kilo Yankee 1 Charlie, Paul and Wells, with traffic. This is Alpha 3 Hotel Delta, Tony and Wells, no traffic. This is Kilo Charlie 1, Echo Tango Tango, Jim, Wells Beach. November Tango 1 Sierra, Greg in the Concord. One Juliet Zulu, Scott and Cape Natick.
Wells is a busy place tonight. The net acknowledges Alpha 1 Lima Oscar Dave, Kilo Yankee 1 Charlie Paul, Alpha 3 Hotel Delta Tony, Kilo Charlie 1 Echo Tango Tango Jim, all in Wells, and Kilo Charlie 1 Lima Victor Sorry about that. My mind just went blank. Greg in Ogunquit, we acknowledge you. Kilo Charlie 1 Victor Lima Victor Sigma, and York, Scott, Whiskey 1, Juliet Zulu. Okay, we're going to move on with check-ins to Waterboro. Anyone in Waterboro, please check in now. Nothing heard, we'll go to Shapley. Stations in Shapley, please come now.
This is Kilo Charlie 1, Lima Oscar Uniform, Christian in Shapley.
Kilo Charlie 1, November Quebec Tango, Susan in Shapley.
Kilo Charlie 1, November Quebec Uniform, Paul in Shapley.
Kilo Charlie 1, November Quebec Romeo, Brian in Shapley.
Net acknowledges Susan, Kilo Charlie 1, November Quebec Tango in Shapley, and Paul, Kilo Charlie 1, November Quebec Uniform, and Kilo Charlie 1, November Quebec Romeo Brian, and then there was Christian. Is that Kilo Charlie 1, Lima Oscar Uniform, Christian?
That is confirmed. Kilo Charlie 1, Lima Oscar Uniform.
Welcome to the net, Christian, and we're going to move on now to Saco and Old Orchard Beach. Any stations in Old Orchard Beach or Saco, please come now. Okay, Ogunquit. Are there any other stations in Ogunquit wishing to check in? Please come now.
Kilo Charlie 1, Lima, India, Sam, and Ogunquit.
Kilo Charlie 1, Lima, India. Sam, welcome to the net. We're going to move to Lyman now. Stations in Lyman. Please check in now, please. Nothing heard. We will go to Leamington. Stations in Leamington, please check in now.
This is Kilo Charlie 1, Oscar Bravo Hotel, Alex in Leamington, currently mobile in Leamington.
This is Kilo 1, November, Bravo Tango, net control. Alex in Leamington, running mobile, Kilo Charlie 1, Oscar Bravo Hotel. Welcome to the net. We're moving on now to Kennebunk or Elliott. Any stations in Elliott or Kennebunk, please come now.
Alpha Kilo 1 Tango Tango, BJ in Kennebunk.
BJ, can you repeat your call, please?
Roger, it's Alpha Kilo 1 Tango Tango. Alpha Kilo 1 Tango Tango.
Alpha Kilo 1, Tango Tango. Welcome to the net. And now we're going to move on to Buxton. Any stations in Buxton, please come now. Very well, we're going to move on to the Berwicks and Alfred. Any stations in Alfred, Arundel, or the Berwicks, please come now.
This is Kilo Charlie 1, Bravo Oscar Golf, Jason and Alfred.
Kilo Charlie 1, Bravo Oscar Golf, Jason and Alfred, welcome to the net. Now we're going to move on to Acton. Any stations in Acton or from Acton and mobile, please check in now.
This is Alpha Bravo 1, Victor X-Ray, Larry in Acton, no traffic.
Alpha Bravo 1, Victor X-Ray, Larry, welcome to the net. At this time now, we will open for any other stations that wish to check in from any other areas. Please come now.
Whiskey 1 Tango Golf, Tim over in Sanford.
That acknowledges Tim in Sanford, Whiskey 1 Tango Golf. Any other stations, please come now. Nothing heard. Thank you everyone for checking in the net tonight. Had a good turnout and everybody has a very clear signal coming off of the repeater. In a moment I'll call on each one in order of check-in for comments for the net. I have a couple of comments first.
Is that any better, BJ?
First of all,
Is that better, BJ?
I would like to
Testing 1 2.
call everyone's attention
Testing,
to
1 2.
the activation plan.
That any better, BJ? How's that? 1 2 1 2.
Reminder, anybody who's part of the team for any reason suspects a communication emergency exists should monitor this repeater. It's a 145.410 with a PL of 103.5 for net activity or announcements. And in case the repeater is not working, we'd monitor 147.540 simplex, which is our number 3 simplex frequency, and also the frequency that we are using for our simplex net. Tonight in comments, if you have questions about the simplex challenge next week, I'd be happy to field those questions. The next thing I would like to suggest is next week we have our simplex net, but the 4th Tuesday, which is the 26th, I would like to suggest that those of us who have mobile
Testing, 1 2.
capabilities, let's check in mobile.
BJ, you still watching? Is that any good?
That's the 4th Tuesday, and we'll be on the repeater again. Okay, the last thing is call list. I would like to put out a call list to each one of our team members so that we can contact each other easily. But I need your permission.
Testing
So
1 2.
if you are willing to share your phone number, your email address, and your name with your fellow team members, that's the only ones that's going to go to, please send me an email at Kilo 1 November Bravo Tango at yahoo.com. Okay, so with that said, I'm going to start off with, we're going to go actually in order that we checked in for comments for the net, but I'm going to start with Paul because he has traffic. Kilo Yankee 1, Charlie, Paul, and Wells. Traffic, please.
On NBT, KY1C. I am in error. I do not have traffic tonight. My apologies, Neil. I was
good, Paul. Since I'll just start at the top and come back to you. Alpha Alpha 1, Lima Oscar, Dave and Wells. Comments for the net tonight, please.
Yeah, good evening, Neil, and everybody else on board. Got a good copy on everybody. This is Alpha Alpha 1, Lima Oscar, Dave and Wells. Not much to report on this end, just been Jim and myself and Roger worked on the BBQ node over the weekend. Got that up and going and installed up at EMA, so that's up and going. And that's on 145.010, and that's up and going and working well. And that's about it on this end. I'll send it back to net control. This is AA1LO.
Dave, thank you very much for those comments, and we also have a good signal from you. We'll move now back to Paul, Kilo Yankee 1, Charlie. Comments for the net, please.
K1MBT in the net, this is KY1C. Well, you see, that's what happens when you don't read directions, folks. Anyway, hope everybody had a good day today. I'm not doing a whole lot around here. I'm walking the dog every day and trying to stay out of trouble. And that's about it. Hope everybody has a good week. We'll catch you all next week, or on Wednesday, or Thursday, perhaps. We'll see. Back to you, Neil, KY1C.
Paul, thank you very much for those comments. This is Kilo 1, November, Bravo, Tango, Net Control. We're going to go next to Tony and Wells, Alpha Alpha 3, Hotel Delta. Comments for the net tonight, please.
Roger on that, AA3HD. Thank you, Neil, for doing the net. I just have a little comment or question about next week when we're going to get around to wrapping up the challenge that you gave us. There's some of us who cannot copy you on Simplex. So when that net starts on the 19th and we're listening in, is there going to be some way for those of us who cannot copy you as net control on Simplex to find out what's going on?
Tony, that's an excellent question. Yes, we are going to have relay stations. The net will start at 7 o'clock, and if you can't hear the net control, which will be me next week, there will be relay stations. And next week, I would like for us to only check in with one relay station. If you can check into a relay station, then you don't need to check into the other one. Alex in Leamington is going to be serving as a relay in the northern part of the county, and we are looking for a relay station in the southern part. If anybody wants to volunteer, please let me know. So with that, we are going to move on to Greg in Ogunquit. Kilo Charlie 1, Lima, Victor, Sigma. Comments for that, please.
Yeah, Dan, my new call sign is November Tango 1 Sierra. And I don't have anything to say at all tonight, but my hopes are that people in the accidents on the highway today, both accidents, my prayers go out to them.
Greg, thank you very much for those comments, and I did make a note of your new call sign. So we will move on now to Scott in York, Whiskey 1, Juliet Zulu. Comments for that, please.
This is Whiskey 1
One Juliet Zulu in Cape Canaveral, and I was under the impression tonight that this was the night that we have the Simplex Relay Challenge. I guess I didn't read the directions real well either. Don't feel bad, Paul. And but in any event, there's nothing much going on here in Cape Canaveral. All is well, and just not too happy about the COVID thing, but I guess we'll try to get through it, and everybody stay safe. Whiskey 1 Juliet Zulu, back to you. Back to net.
Kilo 1, November, Bravo Tango. This is Net Control. Scott, thank you for those comments. We're going to move now to Christian and Kilo Charlie 1 Lima Oscar uniform. Comments for the net, please.
Hey, good evening, Neil. Good evening, everybody out there. Kilo Charlie 1 Lima Oscar uniform. Not a whole lot to say this evening. It's just nice to be on the other side of the Christmas season. Although it's a nice season, it's good to have a small break after that with 2 little kids. So everything else is going well up here. Again, it's real nice to hear all of you out there tonight. And yeah, that's really all I got this evening. Kilo Charlie 1 Lima Oscar uniform, back to net.
Christian, thank you for those comments, and we're going to move on now to Susan and Shapley. Kilo Charlie 1 November Quebec Tango. Comments for the net, please.
Good evening. This is Kilo Charlie 1, November Quebec Tango. All is well here at Ross Corner and Shapley. Just keeping busy, walking our dog, and done making all my apple stuff for now, so I got to put that away. And yes, we still have our tree up. Tradition to the 15th in honor of my daughter's birthday. Originally, I had left it up to see her first tree 44 years ago. So anyhow, wish you all well, and back to you, Neil. This is KC1 and QT.
Susan, thank you very much for those comments, and happy birthday to your daughter in a few days. And we'll move on now to Paul and Shapley. Kilo Charlie 1 Quebec uniform. Comments for the net, please.
I pushed the button on that. This is Kilo Charlie 1 November Quebec uniform. Somehow, while I grabbed it, I might have interrupted your message to me, but that's all right. At any rate, we're doing fine here in Ross Corner, and just staying put. Enjoying the nice weather we're having too. So, back to you, Neil.
Paul, thank you very much for your comments, and we're going to move now to Brian in Shapley. Kilo Charlie 1 November Quebec Romeo. Comments for the net, please.
This is Kilo Charlie 1 November Quebec Romeo. Good evening, everybody on the net. Hope everyone is well. I finally got sprung out of my 14-day close contact COVID quarantine with no effect, so that was a good thing. And got part 1 of the COVID shot, so they're checking with me every day to make sure I'm still up and running. But as far as the next week's Simplex, my question was answered with the 1 check-in. So I'm glad you answered that question. And that's about all I got for tonight, so I'll turn it back over to the net control. This is KC1 NQR.
Brian, thank you very much for those comments, and I'm very happy that you made it through your 14 days, and you're healthy. That's awesome. So we're going to move now to Sam in Ogunquit, Kilo Charlie 1 Lima India. Comments for the net tonight, Sam?
I just want to thank you, Neil, for running the net. Other than that, I really don't have anything, but I'm happy to be here, and I'm happy to see so many people participating.
Back to net, KC1LYI.
Sam, thank you for those comments. We're glad you're doing well, and we have good copy on you. We're going to move now to Alex in Leamington, who's operating mobile, Kilo Charlie 1, Oscar Bravo Hotel. Comments for the net tonight, Alex?
This is Kilo Charlie 1, Oscar Bravo Hotel, and I'm looking forward to the Simplex Relay next week. That certainly sounds and looks like fun. And beyond that, congratulations on making it through your 14-day quarantine. That's been quite a thing for me. I tune pianos, and a lot of my customers, they go through school and their teachers and that sort of thing, and they end up having a kid pass through their classroom, and they're back in home for another 2 weeks. And it's certainly tough. Glad everyone's doing well, and just got back home, so I can switch back to my main radio now. And back to net.
Alex, thank you very much for your comments. We're going to move now to BJ in Kennebunk. I think I have your call sign correct. It's Alpha Kilo 1 Tango Tango. Is that correct? And comments for the net, please.
Roger, Neil. Yep. Thanks to you and everybody on the net. The call is Alpha Kilo 1 Tango Tango BJ in Kennebunk. And I'm just here to listen and learn about what's going on around here in York County. I think I've run into a few of you before, formerly known as N1BJX. So this is a new call. And that's going to be temporary. I'm actually modifying this call because of some issues I've been having. So anyway, I'll turn it back to you, Neil. Thanks a lot. AK1TT.
BJ, thank you for checking in tonight, and we're going to move now to Alfred and Jason. Kilo Charlie 1, Bravo Oscar Golf. Comments for the net, please.
Hey, Neil, and everybody else on the net. Thanks for doing this again, Neil. Looking forward to the relay. I did the last one, and I plan on doing the next one. Seems like I got out there and I could hear everybody, so it was fun. A lot of fun hearing such a spread out net going. Seems like we got people representing most of the areas of York County. But nothing really going on over here, so I'll turn it back over to you, Neil. This is Kilo Charlie 1, Bravo Oscar Golf. Back to net.
Jason, thank you very much for those comments, and we're going to move now to Larry and Acton, Alpha Bravo 1, Victor X-Ray. Comments for the net tonight, Larry.
This is Alpha Bravo 1, Victor X-Ray. Good evening, Neil. Good evening, everyone on the net. Everyone sounds great on the repeater. And I wasn't sure if I was gonna be checking into the net via mobile. I had a trip to make a trip to Skowhegan today and back, and the return trip was closer than I expected. So it worked out good. I made it home. So I don't have anything else from here. Looking forward to the Simplex Relay Challenge next week, and looks like we'll probably have a good turnout with that as well. And also, I'd like to thank Neil for doing tonight's net, doing a great job. And I guess at this point, I'll turn it back to Neil. This is AB1VX.
Larry, thank you very much for those comments, and we're glad you made it back. So at this point, I guess I should open it for any other stations that may be listening that wants to check in. Please come now. Well, nothing heard. This is Kilo 1, November, Bravo, Tango, Net Control for the York County Emergency Communication Team Training Net. Thank you, everyone, for participating tonight, and I'm happy to hear that everyone is healthy and well, and please stay that way. And once again, I'll just mention before I close the net that if you want to be on the call list so we can contact one another as a team, please send me an email. Give me permission. This list will be going to only those on the list, nowhere else. So with that, thank you all very much. And for any amateur radio operators that may be listening but didn't check in, the York County Emergency Communication Team is looking for volunteers that want to serve the York County community in time of emergency. This team is affiliated with and directed by the York County Emergency Management Agency. Our one purpose is to train our team members for emergency communication. For more information, please go to YCECT.org. Again, thank you for participating in the net tonight. This net is now closed. This is Kilo 1, November, Bravo, Tango. This net is now closed, but I'm standing by for any questions or discussion. Have a good night, everyone.
Query, net control, query, WZ1J.
W1ZJ, please go ahead.
WZ1J. Your audio is so weak that I had to crank the radio wide open. There, if you're talking to the back of the mic, you might want to move up on the mic and try that. Anyway, I'm a friend of WJ1L's and such. I don't know if he gets a chance to check into the net there, but the man that put the repeater up and owns it, let's put it that way. There, and I've been friends with him for years, but your audio is very, very weak. Go ahead.
Kilo 1, November, Bravo, Tango. Thank you very much for that information. I'll see if I can improve that.
You already improved it some. How close are you working the mic there, old man?
It's possible that was the problem. I will try better.
How close are you working the mic right now? You broke backed off again.
I didn't change anything.
You're still light. How close are you working the mic? And can you move up on it? Or are you eating it already?
Yeah, I can already taste it. Can't get it any closer.
Okay, that means the radio's you gotta get the transmit audio level up. If it's an older radio, you gotta go inside to do that. Crank up the deviation. But, a lot of the newer ones have variable transmit audio level. Yeah, you might want to check that mic level and such. Other than that, there you go. Just thought I'd let you know. It was pretty hard to copy you. So you got to eat the mic until you crank up the audio one way or the other on that baby, okay?
Copy that. Have a great night.
Hi, Steve, KY1C.
Y1C, this is Kilo 1, November, Bravo, Tango.
Hey, Neil, I was just saying hi to Steve. I haven't
seen him for a long time, since probably the last Windsor Hamfest we had. So anyway, I just wanted to jump in and say hello. I'll let you go to it, and we'll catch you later. KY1C. Paul, go ahead. WZ1J, you still listening, Steve? He pulled the plug. Thanks anyway, Neil, KY1C clear. KC1LYI.
KC1LII, this is Kilo 1 November Bravo Tango.
Yeah, Neil, I thought your audio was all right to me. I didn't see an issue.
Sam, thank you very much for the confirmation. That's good information. Thank you.
Yeah, you're coming in the same as everybody else to me.
Very good. You come off very strong off the repeater also.
Have a good night, KC1LII.
K1NBT, KC1ETT.
KC1 ETT, this is Kilo 1 November Bravo Tango.
Hi Neil, I just want to let you know I checked in, but you skipped right through, so not a big deal. I just want to put me on the list.
Jim, I'm very sorry about that. I have you marked here as checking in, and I somehow just skipped right over you. I apologize for that. How are you doing?
Doing all right, Neil. Myself, Dave, and Roger went down and put a BBQ node at the EMA on Sunday. It's doing pretty good. It's on radio also on the internet. And I was just looking at yours and mine. Get a chance. We've been putting our radios back on. If you got one hooked up, I don't remember if you do. But the one down at EMA seems to be working good.
That's good to hear. I'm still having a little problem with my antenna on the node. I'm hoping on Thursday to be able to get up there. I think the ice is cleared now and be able to fix it.
Okay, Neil. I meant to send you an email earlier this morning. I forgot. I was going to tell you we had that all up and running. All right, well, you have a good night. I'll talk to you Thursday. KC1ETT. NBT, Whiskey 1 Juliet Zulu.
Go ahead. This is Kilo 1 November Bravo Tango.
Whiskey 1 Juliet Zulu here in Cape Nuttock. I do want to say that to me, your modulation is low. Steve from Brunswick was telling you that, and I have to agree with him. Sam said you were fine into him, but you're definitely lower than most stations. The only guy that was lower to me than you was, I believe it was KC1OU, I think was the call Christian. I believe his name was, he was way low. His modulation was way low. Just letting you know, not trying to give you a hard time or anything like that, believe me, but I just thought you might want to know. I don't know if you got a mic gain control on there, but maybe you want to flip it up a notch or something like that. But that's the way I heard it from here. But in any event, take care. W1JZ.
Scott, thanks for the information, and I'll see what I can do about that. This is Kilo 1 November Bravo Tango. W1TGG, this is Kilo 1 November Bravo Tango. Tim, I apologize for skipping you. I guess I was just skipping all around tonight. But it was not intentional, believe me. So anyway, good to hear from you, and glad you checked in tonight, and hope everything's good with you. We're all doing well. So this is Kilo 1 November Bravo Tango.
This is KC1NQU.
KC1NQU, this is Kilo 1 November Bravo Tango. Hi, Paul.
Yeah, Neil, this is, your modulation was fine from here. And the guy that we heard that came in and asked about your modulation, he's from Brunswick? And what was his call sign? WZ1K or 1J?
Was Whiskey 1 Zulu Juliet.
We're having a competition here, me and the wife writing call signs. She wins by far, but she had that one wrong, and I had it sort of right, but not quite. At any rate, this is KC1NQU. Back to you, Neil.
Keep practicing. That's awesome. It's not easy, you know. I'm still trying to figure it out. Sometimes I have to ask twice or three times to get it right. So hope you guys are having a good night. Everything's good here, and just feeding the chickens and working from home and trying to stay busy and staying healthy.